Wanted to get on here because last night was a great chat. It's probably one, I know it's going to sound crazy, but probably one of the best live streams chats that I've had in a long time. And as much as I love bringing on companies on my Styled and Dialed show, man, it's nice getting to know some of the people in the community. So I thought, you know what? I will just perhaps do another video and just kind of open it up for whatever you want to talk about, right? So I'm going to adjust this camera here a little bit. Let's see here, put that there, maybe turn that there, just a little bit. There we go. Awesome. Put it more like this. Here we go. There we go. That's better. So I'm going to just be here kind of talking in the chat when people start coming on while I'm doing something else. And like I said, last night was great dialogue. Got any questions for me? Let me know in the chat. Kevin, what's up? Good morning or good afternoon. It's Saturday. How you doing over there, man? I was just saying last night, it was a good chat. We had a great time. Got to meet a lot of you guys. And I want to do more of these because I love getting to know some of the people in the community that I don't really get to know and get to talk to much, you know, when they come on and comment. Sometimes a lot of them don't even come on and even comment on videos. They'll just come view and go. So I really don't know. So these are great opportunities to be able to come and chat and kind of meet each other and build camaraderie with other fellow bearded men. And obviously we had a new member last night, Amy, which was she's the girlfriend of Born Bearded, and I think that's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. Enjoy. I like the late night chats. Okay, well, we'll have to do more of those for sure. A lot of people don't stay up late too on the weekdays, but weekends, you know, if everybody's cool with it, you know, I'm game for it. I know a lot of times late at night I watch movies with wife, you know, and kind of spend time with her, but I'm all for, you know, late nights. Hey, what's that? We were just talking about you. How's it going, buddy? That would be Kay. Yep, for sure. Awesome. Yeah, super nice. And a lot in common. Cheyenne, hey, what's happening? So when you're coming in, let me know who you are. Thanos, how you doing? Cade, how you doing? So I'd like to meet you guys. So let me know, like you're doing. Drop a comment in the chat, and you know, let's talk. You know, you got questions about anything men's grooming, or you know, anything that kind of falls in line with what we talk about on this channel. I'm game to listen. So, but yeah, I'm just. By the way, hey, thanks, Lupe. I appreciate you. Guys, we got 11 here. One like, can you guys hit this like button? It helps me out a lot. Kind of pushes it out. It shows YouTube that you actually do like this channel, and it puts it in an algorithm where it shows different, it goes to different people that might have same interests. So Born Bearded says, just thought I'd drop in for a bit, show some support, got a bit going on, but feeling like the lives, bro. But liking the live. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, bro. I always, you know, dig it when other fellow content creators come on my my channel. And guys, if you've never checked out Born Bearded, go check his channel out. Kay, thanks, man. Kay, appreciate you. If you are interested in men's grooming, beard care, head shaving, clothing, fragrances, you can see all the fragrances on the back of this. We talk about a lot of stuff on this channel, but we keep it in that kind of that niche of men's grooming. If you're a guy, if you're a dude that likes that stuff, I welcome you to this channel. If you want to subscribe, great. Caleb, how you doing? If you want to go deeper into more live streams, like one-on-one behind the scenes, you can always become a member. Get you'd be privy to like early access videos that I always release. Now, what we got here? Relampic Black. Any tips for fixing balding hair without hair transplants? Man, I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. As a bald guy speaking with experience, Kevin said it right. Just shave it. I've done experiments. I've done several months, almost a year of reviewing minoxidil, oral minoxidil, topical minoxidil. I can't remember the other one that I was on to from a dermatologist. Microneedling, all of it. And guys, if you don't have the follicles and you don't have the genes for it, it's not going to work. Rock what you got, man. I mean, take that jump. Tell you, it's hard sometimes because people hold on to their hair like it's their glory. But I'm telling you, rock what you got and take care of it. You know, you got to nourish your head like you nourish your beard and take care of your stuff. So let's see here. Shave it. What's your favorite? What's my favorite? What? What's my favorite? Yeah, no problem, for sure. And you know what? There's a stigma behind this, you know, oh, shaved head, bald guys, they don't, you know, they don't. I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that's really starting to move and like the idea of bald heads, okay? Shaved heads with beards is a big thing. A lot of people like it. You don't necessarily have to have a beard. I prefer it. A lot of women prefer it if you take care of your beards. A lot of women don't like beards, and the reason why they don't like beards is because, well, there's a lot of guys out there that just don't take care of their beards. They don't use product that they should, and it kind of gives us bad looks. But here's the deal: it's funny when a woman actually sees a guy that actually has a good looking beard, because she's like, man, if my husband had a beard like that, if I had $1 for any time I've heard a woman say, if my husband could grow a beard like yours, then I would let him grow it. And they probably could, but they just don't take care of it. If I get to that point where I'm fighting the hair loss, gonna embrace the shaved head, embrace yourself in every way. Exactly. How long have you had your beard? I've had my beard. I've always had a beard, but it's always been very short. And well, I don't want to say I've always, because I did have a goatee real short one time. But this beard, like what I've gotten right now, I've had it for probably, I've really started growing it out in the last 2 years, but I've trimmed it a lot. And it's just, you know, as you grow as a beardsman, you realize that, you know, you want to try to make it look really good, and then you realize you take too much off, and then you do it again and do it again, and then you got to realize if you want it to grow, you just got to stop cutting it. You can kind of trim up some flyaways every now and then, but you just got to let it grow. And I've been growing this thing out for the last, probably like consistently growing it out probably since last fall. I mean, I have not really cut it other than just very barely. I did a New Year's trim back on the 31st, and ever since then I haven't touched it other than maybe just right in here, just kind of cleaning it up. So if you're ever curious how to trim a beard, I've got tutorials as well on my channel. I've got a lot of videos on beard care stuff, so make sure you go check it out if you are interested. Been shaving my head for 20 years. Nice, Kevin. Nice. Bam, what's happening? There's a market for bald men with beards, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And you know, there's a lot of guys on YouTube and Instagram, I mean, social media that have beards, a lot of good looking beards. But, you know, I kind of embrace the bald look, because how many men do you know that have bald heads and beards? There are some on there, but there are more people that have hair and beards than bald guys with beards that I've discovered. Maybe I'm wrong, but from what I've discovered. See you, Thanos. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, that's kind of how you just embrace, you know, the look, and you know, you just gotta rock what you got. At the end of the day, that's what you do. Anything. If you got hair, do the best you can with it. Make it look good. Don't just, you know, let it just be there. You know, people put deodorant on for a reason, because they're taking care of themselves, don't want to stink. Why not take care of your beard, right? And I don't care. People can say, have a great day, Chad and chat. Hey, thanks for stopping by, brother. Appreciate you. Have a great Saturday. What are you talking about? Well, we are talking about whatever we want to talk about. Currently, what we're talking about is bald heads and why you should embrace it, and shaving, and also we talk about beard care. We talked a lot last night about different beard companies. So if you, where are you tuning in from, Bam? I'm just curious. Let's see here. Hey, I'm listening to everything you guys are saying. So let me know. Let's drop some conversation. We'll talk. I wanted to get on here and open up just a thread of conversation for all my community to chat, have a great time meeting new people. I got to tell you guys, this community is absolutely amazing. I love it. Um, this is a safe place where you can come and have a good time, no drama. So, do you like football? I like football. Yes. Do you recommend? I'm not sure what you're saying. Let's see here. Anyways, any ways to fix a patchy beard? Absolutely. The best way to do it is just, grow your beard. I know, and I definitely probably wouldn't, by the way, going back to the guy before, GT, I think I know what you're talking about. Um, so I don't know a whole lot about that, but from what I've seen in the past, it's probably not best to put on your face. So I would say no, I would not recommend that for your beard. Several better options than that. Um, Football, Chiefs for the NFL. I live in Kansas, so they're in Missouri. They're right over the state, so I've always been a Chiefs fan. So I know a lot of people are tired of the Chiefs. It's fine. I mean, I don't get upset about that, but I'm a Chiefs fan regardless. Let's see here. Anyways, to fix so the best way to grow to fix patchy beards. Obviously, you can microneedle. There's no, I mean, there is science behind it that it can actually like basically it biohacks your body where it thinks that there's wounds and sends collagen and blood flow. So there's science behind it. Um, if you do that, it takes a long time to do it. I mean, it's not like something overnight. It's months, sometimes years. Um, a lot of times, patchy beards come with age. A lot of guys that are like in their teens, 20s, even 30s. Your whole full potential of a beard growth, where it's really fully growing in, all your vellus hairs are turning more terminal. Like these, when you hit about 40. So just keep that in mind. If you're in those early ages, don't be upset, don't be scared, because I mean, time will come and beard growth will come. But a lot of things you can do to enhance beard growth is stay hydrated with a lot of water. I said last night, diet. My diet's not the best. Using good high quality products and time, those things will help a lot. Sorry. But yeah, most guys that have great beards that you see online, like really, really like models when it comes to beards, if they were to cut their beards short, they'd have so many patchy spots. The longer your beard grows, the more patches fill in. So hopefully that helps. What's up, Abby? Good to see you. Any ways to make mustache connect with beard or speed up the process, or does it just take time? Again, just takes time. Just takes time. All right. I mean, like right in here, a lot of people want that filled in. Sometimes it just takes time. Yeah, no problem. I hope that's helped you out. So for sure, a lot of people have wondered, are there any things products that actually help beards grow faster? And there are some essential oils that do help, like peppermint, rosemary. Um, I know that those are really good with like stimulating blood flow. Um, some people say castor. I don't know how much it promotes beard growth. It is good for your beard. Um, Caffeine's good. I've heard coffee beans, like inside like ingredients, actually can help. Um, if I may ask, how did your beard grow during teens and which years? I had a very patchy beard when I was younger. In my teens, I really didn't even have a beard at all. Even in my 20s, 30s was even still, I mean, I could grow one, but it wasn't like now. It just took time. What's going on, Frederick from Sweden? Good to see you today. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping a comment in the chat. We're talking about anything we want to talk about, but mainly anything in the vein of men's grooming, because that's what we talk about. So we're currently talking about beard growth and how to grow beard, and all these cool stuff. Today I shared with, um, is dermarolling and minoxidil a good combo? I've heard it, dermarolling and minoxidil. There's people that say it is and people that say, I don't know. I mean, for me, I never really used, I did actually, I'm gonna go back. I'm lying to you because I'm not really necessarily lying, I forgot. There was a time where I actually went to the store and bought some oral minoxidil, and not oral minoxidil. I was taking oral minoxidil from my doctor because I heard that it actually helps hair growth. And I started doing a review trying to get my hair back on my head. Noticed my beard seemed like it was thicker. Can't really say for sure that it was from the oral minoxidil, but it could have been. I don't know. But I took topical minoxidil at one time, and I still microneedle now. I mean, I don't really put anything on my beard other than sometimes I'll put like there is a beard oil from Artist Man, and you can actually go online and buy peppermint essential oil, okay? And you can actually use it on your beard. I would say don't use a lot of it because you don't want to overdo it, because you could really use too much and it could be really bad because they're very potent, these essential oils. But rosemary, peppermint, maybe you can make your own little concoction, and just put it on your beard, put it on the spots where it's patchy. You can micro needle and then do that after. What I do is, and I'll come back to some of these comments that I'm accidentally skipping through because it's moving so fast in chat. What I do is I'll take a shower, and like 2 times a week, I'll have the micro needle in there. I'll micro needle right in here and maybe like right up in here where it's just a little bit where I want. And I'll go up like 10 times, back and forth. I'll go sideways like 10 times. I'll go diagonal this way 10 times, diagonal this way 10 times, and then I'm done. And then I'll put like maybe, there is an oil from Artist Man. It's called Winter's Chill, and it's got peppermint in it. It's got all the essentials, it's got castor and all that. And you can make your own stuff, but I like it because it's got carrier blends in there and it's got the peppermint in it. And so I can just put it on there. It's real thick. And, you know, it's not going to grow overnight, but it's just consistency over time. Okay. If you're curious about Artist Man, you're looking for that peppermint, let me know. I can I can lead you to that oil and save you some money possibly. Let's see here. The topical one, the liquid one. Okay. Yep. I already answered that one. Frederick, I shaved with the best shaver in the world today, Gillette Mack. Cool. What are your thoughts on Santa's Sleigh beard oil from Flaming Beard? I think it's great. In fact, I've got it right here. Boom. Isn't that crazy? You say that and I have it right here. Really good. Frankie J, it's good to see you today. Very spicy. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's a lot of tobacco, spices. It's great. I like it. I like spicy stuff. So yes, Flaming Beard from Ricky and Ronnie, or sorry, Santa's Sleigh from Ricky and Ronnie at Flaming Beard's incredible. Good stuff. Just make sure it's genuine Mach 3 blades. Okay, everybody remember that if you're into Mach 3. If anyone ever tells you it's healthier to eat less cheese, they're 100% just trying to get your cheese. Okay. Gillette is the best ever made regarding shaving products. I would assume that you are really biased to Gillette. Just saying. Hey, what's going on, Juan? Good to see you again. I'm actually on again because I thought the chat was great last night. I could have been on there almost all night. I really could have if my phone wasn't dying. If my headphones, if my microphone wasn't dying, I probably would have been on there a lot longer. But I thought today I'll start up another chat and we can talk about whatever like we did last night and have a good time. Is derma rolling every other night good? You know, some people will say you should only do it a couple times. I personally have never had an issue. I used to do it like every other day, every 2-3 days. So I would say if you're starting out, maybe do it twice a week. I mean, I know you're gonna be like, wow, I really want it to grow, but twice a week is enough too. Again, it's not gonna go overnight. It's not gonna grow like, you know, you may see some noticing difference several months, but again, it's not gonna be something that's gonna speed up by doing it every single day. Okay. Hey, I am biased. I'm not biased, but I do want to say that I know you like Gillette and you think that they make the best sense for men, but there are a lot of companies that make great sense for men, okay? Just so you know, if you haven't tried them out, you need to kind of break out of that bubble and try other things because they have some great stuff all over the place. And if you're curious, I can lead you to some great sense. In fact, Brad, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you again. Last night was a great chat. I thought I'd do another one today because I like these chats where we just randomly talk. It doesn't have to necessarily be about something, right? Um, and Brad knows a lot about fragrances too. He's in the chat. So, I mean, we all know a lot about fragrances. So Gillette, I don't have really any sense from Gillette. I don't think Gillette is an actual fragrance company. They're more of like a blade and, product company. I'm not saying that they don't have good stuff. I'm saying that there are some great stuff out there. So to say that they make the best sense for men is kind of a really big statement to be making. Can't grow wrong with flaming beard. That's exactly right. Fantastic stuff. Let's see here. Thoughts on Spice Bomb Extreme? I love it. I've got it on my shelf back there. I only have very little left. I love it. In fact, I prefer that over the original Spice Bomb. It's just a lot stronger, and it's a lot more money. But they also have some dupes out there that smell just like it for a lot cheaper. So you might keep that in mind too. If you want to save on the pocketbook and still smell good, there are other options out there. Flaming Beards is absolutely fire. Yes, they are. I've got so many Flaming Beard products right behind here. Boom, boom. I've got all of them here. I mean, amazing stuff. This one's rustic flannel. Guys, listen, if you've never tried out rustic flannel, it is fantastic. But blueberry pipe is probably one of my favorites. Amazing. Also have some of these awesome beard oils from Noble Product. I've been really rocking and digging Noble Product a lot. And a scent that I like a lot, a note, is bergamot. If you like that nice citrus, lemony opening, so good, especially for spring and summer. We're moving into the warmer temperatures, so I love summer, spring scents. I'm trying to concoct some like special ones in-house here, so testing stuff out. Let's see here. I used to have Gillette. Have you tried Versace blue jeans? I have. Not my favorite, but I do. I have. I think some of my favorite Versace fragrances is going to be like the original Versace Pour Homme. I like the Versace Ifresh, really like a nice summer spring scent. It's kind of more of aquatic. So you got the flame, what is it? The Versace Eros Flame, Versace Eros Original Blue, or whatever you call it. But I think my favorite Versace, and I've never tried the oud one. I've always kind of been interested in that, but never pulled the trigger on that. But because I'm an oud lover, but I think my favorite is just the original, the Pour Homme, the light blue one that's got the Versace Medusa lady on it. I think that's probably my favorite. Let's see here. How does Spice Bomb Extreme smell compared to Santa's Sleigh from Flaming Beard? I want a oil that matches. It smells different. Different spices, okay? Santa Sleigh has more tobaccos in it. In fact, let me look at this because I know there's several tobaccos. He's got the cinnamon. He's got Cuban tobacco, pipe smoke, snowflake, sweet tobacco. So there's a lot of other things going on in the Santa Sleigh. Spice Bomb is more of just like Eastern spices with, I think, some vanilla. I could be wrong on that. It's been a while since I looked at the notes, but it's a nice, unique scent. Now, let me let you in on something, okay? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come back to the chat and read some of these, but GTA, I want to help everybody out here. If you guys are into Spice Bomb Extreme, give me a second. Where's it at? I'm looking on my shelf for a certain fragrance. And I believe this is it. Yes, to the vault. Okay, so check this out, guys. If you like Spice Bomb Extreme, hold on. Okay, if you like Spice Bomb Extreme, all right, you should definitely check out this. Now, I don't talk about cheap fragrances a lot, but when I'm surprised and I know it's a lot cheaper, I definitely will recommend stuff. Okay, so this is gonna blow your mind. Cremo. Yes, I said Cremo. Spice and black vanilla eau de toilette, okay? This right here will cost you maybe 20 bucks, but it smells almost identical to Spice Bomb Extreme, okay? So thank me later, guys. Thank me later for saving you guys like over $100, okay? Do you sell cologne? I do. No, I don't. I don't. I've had people buy like used cologne from me, like locally, like friends, and I've given some, but I don't sell cologne. If you're interested in buying cologne, maybe. I don't know. It depends if I want to let it go. Chad, if you get a chance, try Grindstone Grooming, Toy Maker, Beard Oil, and Cologne. It's a Christmas seasonal. I think that was the one that Santa Tom collabed on, wasn't it? Josh Thompson, what's going on, my balded brother? Another bald guy in the house. Yes, sir. Open comb or closed? For sure, open. Now, listen. The best comb to buy. This is just my personal preference, but I will say, do not ever buy a plastic comb. Stay away from those. Buy something that's going to be like acrylic, possibly something like this. This is a Brio one. They actually sell them. And this one is not plastic, but stay away from plastic because they have little micro ridges that are, because they're like printed in a mold or cut in a mold, and it leaves little ridges that will rip your beard hairs out. So one that I love, and I have it on my Amazon storefront. If you ever look in my descriptions, there's an Amazon storefront. It's got everything, not everything, but a lot of stuff that I thought about in there that doesn't cost you anything more, but it does support the channel. But it's got like Chicago combs. Chicago combs are like my top favorites. I love them a lot. In fact, I have this one right here for my mustache. And when, you know, it's always nice too when you're just like bored, at least like this. You can just sit here. When I'm talking to somebody, sometimes I'll be like this, and I don't know. It's just weird. I feel like one of those little kids with the fidget spinners, you know. But this one's a model number 1. I have the big one too. That's wide teeth for my longer beard here. These are carbon fiber, and they're not that much, like 10 to 15 bucks. So pay the little extra money and get a nice carbon fiber one, Chicago comb, and you'll thank me later, guys. I'm doing good, Luis. Good to see you today. It's always good seeing you guys. Cremo body wash is really good. I've used that before. Listen, let's see here. What's going on, Josh? Let's see here. I do want to say that I love using bar soaps. Used to not be that way. Used to like body wash all the way, but I've really gotten into like natural bar soaps and ones that really smell great. I have a couple here. I'm not like, you know, I haven't used these yet. I'm going to be doing a review on these, but this is from Prohibition Soap right here. And this one is, what is this one? You see that right there? This one is going to be Criminal. No, maybe not. I don't know what this one is. Oh, here we go. It's on the back. Kentucky Bourbon. Cool sticker here from Prohibition Soap. And Barbershop. Barbershop's really, really good. So, but that's not what I was going to say. A lot of these soap companies and like Lather and a lot of beard companies make, or I don't know if they necessarily make them, but they sell soaps. But one that I discovered that's really, really good, and it's cheap, and you can pick it up at Walmart. I never, ever really talk anything good about Walmart and buying stuff from them because they don't ever sell small batch stuff there and like really good ingredient, natural stuff. but they actually have a bar soap, and I've really grown to enjoy it because it's really, really good. And it's called Kingfisher Company. You can find it in the soap area, but it's Kingfisher Grooming Company. And the one that I found, and I got one for my son, it's called Bourbon and Maple. And here's the crazy thing. It's 10 ounces, a big, massive 10-ounce bar of soap. So I really like that stuff. It's cheap. It's under $5 for 10 ounces of soap. So really, really cool. You can pick it up at your grocery store, like if you have a Walmart. But I highly recommend that stuff. It lasts a good while. I have a little standle that I ended up buying from a company called Dapper Yankee. It's another soap company. They sell lotions, bar soap. They sell beard stuff now too. They have ostrich oil in their beard stuff. But that that standle, you just press it into any bar soap, and it's got like two little like grooves where you can put your hand. Keeps you from dropping the soap, because especially a 10-ounce bar of soap, it's hard to hold in your hand. But it also, when you flip it upside down, it keeps it off the surface. So if there's water, it doesn't keep it, it keeps it from like dissolving faster, in the water. So I highly recommend that. You could probably find one on Amazon too. I don't know. But it's called a standle. It's a handle stand that Dapper Yankee sells. And again, I've done reviews on my channel. I think I did one like a month ago on Dapper Yankee, and there's a link if you are interested in that. In bar soaps, they've got some stuff over there that kind of helps you with the bars of soap when you're showering. So I'm doing good, Luis, doing good. Kent and Chicago combs are some of the best. Absolutely, Kent combs are good too. When I first started, I started out with Kent, but I moved it to the Chicago combs because I just like the carbon fiber. Not that Kent combs are bad, but Kent combs can get pretty expensive these days. I mean, it's crazy and outrageous somehow how these some of these companies have raised their prices like ridiculously. So what's today's live about? It's about whatever we want to talk about. And that's what I was going to say. A lot of times we have live streams and we title them what it's about. We're going to talk about today head shavers, or we're going to talk about beard care, beard oils. We're going to talk about this certain company today. But I want to start having live streams like open community, like a community chat, kind of like where you can come together and just talk about anything we want to talk about. Now, I prefer to talk about stuff that actually is relevant to this channel, like men's grooming, anything inside of that I like talking about. But last night it kind of got more personable. I got to share some inside personal stuff in my life. And it's just kind of like a look more into who you're talking to. What is Beards, Heads, and Threads about? What's the BHT Men's Grooming channel about? And who's behind it? And this is who I am and who's behind it. And it just makes it fun to be able to not have to be so like, pigeonholed into one category what we're going to talk about. Does that make sense? Hopefully that does. So that's kind of what we're doing. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, I enjoy meeting you guys. The more live streams I do, the more times you guys come on, the more we get to chat and really get to know each other, and it becomes fun. It really does. I mean, it's actually fun, right? Scuba did a great review on combs, and yep, he did. I think he mentioned that there was a brand that he discovered on Amazon, or maybe it was Temu, I don't know, where they were like almost just like Kent combs, but they were a lot cheaper. And that's kind of what I like to do. I want to find stuff that's like almost identical to somebody else, but a lot cheaper, because a lot of these companies, they've got the same identical product as somebody else, but they're outrageously selling it for more because of the brand name. And that's a fact. I like this channel a lot. There's no other channels like it. Thanks, Luis. Appreciate you, man. And that's kind of what I wanted to go for. I wanted to be kind of the channel that's separate from everybody else, something different. Why make a channel that's going to be just like everybody else's? Because then it's not really anything unique. I want people, when they come, they're going to know they're going to see a bald guy with the beard and, total transparency, totally authentic, just, you know, I was talking to a beard guy the other day, an owner, and he was telling me that, and it really was nice to hear this, but he goes, man, you know what? I just started watching your videos. This is before I even knew who he was. And we started talking, and he goes, I started watching your videos. And he said it was probably one of the most best compliments I've ever had. Does anybody know a guy named Michael Haddad? Let me know in the comments if you know who he is. And he's a guy that has been around for a long time when it comes to knowing about beards. Okay. In fact, does anybody know very much about beard butter on this channel? Beard butter. So before beard butter, it was beard balm. Everybody knew about beard balm. Everybody knew somewhat about beard oil. You know, there's been a lot of stuff that's evolved. Obviously, we've got liquid butter now. You know, everybody knows now that you shouldn't wear or be using regular beard wash or bar soap on your beard because the pH levels, if they're too high, they can strip. Some people on this side will say you should never use a stripping beard wash. Some people on this side will say, well, it's not bad to use a beard stripping wash if you use it like occasionally to strip out the oils. Some people say you shouldn't ever use a beard wash every day. And some people will say you should use a daily beard wash every day. I mean, you're going to hear stuff all over the scale, right? So it's kind of learning and figuring out what works for you, and obviously taking advice of the most consensus when it comes to, okay, well, we know there's science behind it that you don't use a stripping beard wash every day. I mean, that's a common sense. But a lot of people don't understand that, and that's why we share that. But Michael Haddad was the guy that invented like what we know of beard butter today. There's been a lot of different evolutions of beard butter, different products that they put in it, different butters, coconut butter, mango butter, shea butter, you know, all these butters, right? But Michael Haddad, right? He started coming on. He started coming back at the scene. He's been gone for several years. But one thing he said to me, we did a live stream before I brought them on the show, and we are kind of trying to get to know him a little bit better. And he was sitting there by the owner of Noble Product, which is his name is Ryan, and he was looking in the back behind me at the shelf, and he said, "You know what, man?" This is what he told me. He said, "Your channel, your whole background and everything about your channel reminds me of the old golden days of YouTube, like back in the early days of YouTube, back in like 2016, 2017, 2018." All these times, you know, there's so many people these days doing like green screens and trying to come up with a cool background, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm old school. I just want to make authenticity here. And he said, you just keep being authentic. And he goes, and doing what you're doing, and people are going to gravitate to your channel. He said, you have something different that everybody else doesn't have. And so you're saying the same thing he said. And it made me think, man, dude, that's crazy. And so when I was talking to Hummingbird, a lot of guys, you know, maybe you guys know, I know Kevin knows Hummingbird. I said, hey, let me help you guys out with your YouTube channel, because I know a little bit about YouTube, and I can help kind of at least help you grow with your name. Again, like I say, disclosure, I really don't push Hummingbird on my channel because I don't want it to become like I'm trying to be biased on my channel and push them. I do say, if you want to go support that channel, I'm over there. I'm helping them grow it. I do videos for them. But I had asked them, I said, so what do you want me to do? And this is what they said in the same day, literally the same day after Michael said that. And yes, it was Michael Haddad. He started Detroit Grooming Company back in the early, 2000, what was it, 16, 17. But he said this, he goes, I just want you to do men's grooming stuff. Just be yourself. And I thought, dude, that really just speaks to me about, you don't got to be fake and just be some specific thing, person, genre. Just be yourself, because everybody can relate to you. If you're just being yourself. You're not way up here in the sky like, oh, you're better than everybody. No, I'm down here with you guys, okay? And so that's what you get on this channel. And I'm sorry for talking about myself in this channel so much, but it really did encourage me what you said. And thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Now, is blow drying needed to straighten your beard hair, or is there other way? Okay, there's two ways you can straighten your beard. You can use a heated brush or, you know, a straightener. A lot of guys like that. I don't. And the reason why I don't is because for my beard, now take this with a grain of salt. A lot of guys, it looks great on. My beard, it doesn't look good at all. It just looks like it's too straight, and it's like it's kind of makes it look transparent. I like to use heat on my beard. So I'll put the beard oil in first. Every time I get out of the shower or get my beard wet, I'll put beard oil in, really soak it in my skin and my beard. And then I'll wait a few minutes, and then I'll blow dry my beard. And I have a Brio Vento, which that's going to be a giveaway, a brand new one soon on the channel when I hit a certain milestone. Also have a Brio Beardscape version 2 trimmer that I'm going to be giving away, again, a brand new one. And that's just kind of a plug there. But 190 is the temperature that I set my Brio Vento on, and I'm good to go. And it just, you know, I'll blow it. There's a video too on my channel, like my morning routine without showering. Go check that video out because I show you how to blow dry my beard, how I get the full blown out beard, how I do it on that. I'm smelling that Spice Bomb Extreme dupe. Sorry, on my hand. All right, going back to the comments, Chad, you're definitely filling the void of Wisconsin. Jay Cruz, keep rocking. Thanks, man. You know, and I've always watched Ken and Jay Cruz, Healthy Bearded and stuff, and who knows, you know, maybe this channel will do really, really well. We'll see, right? I'm wearing Noble product today, Saint Wood. I've got Saint Wood right here, my friend. Yes, sir. That's some good stuff, isn't it? That goic wood and musk and the frankincense and cedar wood. Good stuff. All right. I really like the, I'm trying to think what that is. Brad, you'll help me. It's the other one that your girl likes. Or not Brad, Kevin. It's the other one that your girl likes. Can't think what it is right now. It's got more of a spice to it. Let's see here. Whatever happened with Mike and his original company, Detroit Grooming. Okay, so here's the deal with that. He didn't really go into detail because he can't, because of court and law and all that stuff. There was some type of fallout between him and a partner. And so he hasn't really went in full detail because he really can't. And so I would highly advise, if you want to know more about him, just DM him on Instagram. And he had sent me, somebody had said something, and I asked him about it, and he said, have them DM me. And he gave me his handle, and I don't even remember it anymore because I'm not even on Instagram. But I think it might be something in Haddock or something. I don't know. But that would be a question for him because I honestly don't know. I really don't get into that stuff. He seems like a really, really nice guy. So, and plus there's been a lot of talk, like, you know, one person will say, well, I don't really care, you know, because of stories they've heard. I don't know. I don't really get into stories with people and take people's sides. I just take things face value of how the person is and how I perceive them and the discernment that I have, you know, with them. And he seems like a really genuine, nice guy. And so that's what I would advise for that, Brad. Let's see here. More shaving products. I wish I had seen your video on don't cut your beard. I had messed up on fixing my beard and had to cut the whole thing off. It was long, but my big thing is it goes more to one side because of the curls. And you know what? There are things that can help that. There is. You're in the right channel, man. You're on the right channel. You guys ask the questions. You can always email me. I said this all the time. If I'm not doing a video, you try to get a hold of me, you can always email me. My emails are always in every description of my videos. chadbonyreviews@gmail.com. And send me an email. I will give you suggestions. I will help you. I try to answer everybody on this channel. So that's kind of something that you get. Now, we'll say that if you want more personal, like coaching and all that stuff, that's reserved for my memberships, but I will kind of help you and guide you because I'm not going to cut you off and not help you. But that's something that you might want to consider here. Kay, what's happening? It's good to see you today. Thanks for stopping by and last night. So yeah, Charisma, fantastic. That's not the one I was thinking of though. I know she liked fantastic. Oh, you know what? It wasn't you. It was trying to think my other buddy that's a member of our channel. I'll think of him in a second. It's terrible that I completely forgot, because there's so many names that seem alike, and so I'm trying to think what his name is, but it really doesn't matter. I'm not trying to tell you his name. I'm just trying to figure out what that scent was. But anyways, it's kind of bugging me now. So Randy's girlfriend. So I got sorry, I got you mixed up, Kevin. It's Randy. All right. So Emerson Thompson, good to see you back again. Hello. So I'm looking at my members on the computer, and we've got Kay, a member, Jeffrey, member, Marcio, Jeff, Kevin, which Kevin's here. We got Frankie J, who was just here. I'm not sure if he still is. Coffee with Brewer, which is Mike. We've got James Percy, Coon Products, which is going to be Chris Grimm, Randy, Ryan Dietker, Frickin' Frack, which is Bob and Terry Jones, and Brett Dietker, and we've got Bearded Death Dan. So Bearded Death and let's see here, Ryan Dietker, he's the owner of Noble Products. So they are actually members of this channel. So that's pretty awesome. Just little, you know, they like the perks that they get to get free early access to videos, but also I'm going to be starting a series of videos that's never going to be to the public. It's going to be always just to the membership, and it's the membership level of private membership only videos. So I've got some already on there, some tutorials and stuff, but trying to feed this membership and try to give them the best that way more than what they put into this, because they support me, but I want to give them back more than they support me. And so, of course, they all support me by likes, sharing my videos, watching them, and that helps a lot. And you don't necessarily have to be a member to support me. By doing those things, it really does help me too. So, yes, Meridia is good too. Yep. I can tell you right here. Let me look it up real quick. Can't believe my memory's that bad. So the beard oil that I'm talking about that I really like, that's up there with the Charisma, is Rebellion. That's what it is. Rebellion. It's got some sandalwood patchouli, but I really don't get the patchouli really in it. Cedar. And man, it's got some blue spruce and amber smoke. So the blue spruce is really, really good in that. I've never really smelt blue spruce in a lot of stuff, but that stuff right there, that Rebellion and the Charisma and the Rebellion are fire scents. Smells just like BR 540 on that Charisma for sure. The butters are silky smooth, yes. Yeah, have you guys ever noticed when you use their butter and you wake up in the morning that your beard feels really, really soft and nice? Very nice. It just does a great job with moisturizing the beard for sure. I absolutely love it for sure. So what are you guys thinking? You guys got anything else to talk about today? Again, this is just a chat where we can talk about anything, guys. Here's a question for you guys. How many in the chat likes coffee? Are you guys like really big coffee drinkers, or just occasionally, or are you more of like a, like a cappuccino type of person? You like your stuff with sugar and all that stuff in it. Just curious. Are you guys like just coffee drinkers from like stuff from the store, or do you like actually buy from companies? Kind of like Coffee with Brewer. He buys like exotic stuff, and it's real interesting. Anyone that has a good vanilla scent? Yes, I do. You need to check out Bearded Death's vanilla. That stuff, I'm telling you. Okay, that stuff is like, I've been in the beard community for a long time, but I have grown to wear that beard oil every night. Not every night, but a lot of nights because it's just so calming and strong and so good. And it's just simple too. Very, very simple. But you can find that over there. Dan makes the vanilla and it's so good. I even got the beard wash and the butter in it. It's so good. See, I drink coffee occasionally, but it's always from a coffee shop. I don't even own a coffee pot. Okay. Flaming Beard or Bearded Death. I can't remember which one in black gold. I wanted to get that, but after the live, could not find it. Which live was it? Was it the one we did the other night when we had Flaming Beard on? Chad, let Kay know who has the best vanilla. Yes, Bearded Death, by far, straight vanilla. There's nothing else in it. It's just vanilla. It's not. It's very linear, but it smells absolutely fantastic. And I'm not like a guy that, oh man, I want vanilla. I love vanilla. It's just, I'm a scent guy. But when I got that, it just hit me differently. I put that in my beer and I go, man, went to my kids. I always like to get like my kids involved because my kids love fragrances too. And they'll kind of give me their input. I ask my wife, and everybody in the house like, man, that smells really, really good. So it's a good one. Let Dan know I sent you over there too. And he'll probably hook you up. If you're needing a code or something, I've got a code. I don't know, but I think it might be BHT 10 or 15. I don't know. But again, let him know I sent you over there and you want to try out that vanilla. So let's see here. Frederick, if razors are what you're looking for, bargain price bladed razors, Dollar Shave, it's hard to beat them. Hey, I will say this. If you're looking for a really good razor and you want one that's going to last you a long time, one that you could look into is also, it's a little pricey. So, I mean, if you want to do Dollar Tree, God forbid, don't do Dollar Tree. But if you want to do the Dollar Shave Club, that's good too. It'll save you money too. But if you want something that's like made out of like metal, like it's going to last you forever, and you can actually change the blades out instead of having a cartridge, you can change straight blades, and I think it holds up to 3. I would check out the Leaf Shaver, the Leaf Razor. Very, very cool. Very nice. I love that thing. Flexes so good on my head when I do use a razor, but it's going to cost you probably $60. So, I mean, it's very expensive up front, but if you buy like 100 blades, it lasts a long time, because you're changing them out instead of buying cartridges. And cartridges is where they get you. The actual razor itself isn't very much, but they get you in the cartridges. And Dollar Shave Club is cheaper than like at the store, but just some things to think about, Let's see here. Sumatra every morning in my coffee. Okay. Never heard of that one. Arnold Palmer iced tea. Okay. Got to go back to work. Thanks for the recommendation. Have a good one, guys. Thanks, Kay, for stopping by. Another member, a new member. Welcome, Kay. Dollar Tree. Yeah. Black coffee. I'm a big black coffee fan. I like black coffee. I don't ever really do the, I don't really ever do like, I take that back. I do every now and then we'll do like cold coffee. Not very often though. I like the, caramel chocolate stuff, but my everyday go-to coffees are going to be like Black Rifle Coffee Company. I do like, so Mad Viking has a or a coffee company too. That's really, really good too. And I like to drink their stuff sometimes too. There's another one that I like too, and I'm trying to think what it is. I can't think what it is right now. So let me see here. I'm trying to figure it out what it is online. Actually, I could probably go over there and just look at it. Yeah, I could. Let me check over here and see what the coffee I'm trying to tell you about. It's in my fridge, actually. Okay, yes. So the coffee that he has from Mad Viking is called Brutality Coffee, okay? So if you like Mad Viking and you like coffee, you should definitely go check out Brutality. That's B-R-E-W-tality Coffee. He's got good stuff. Let's see here. Dan's Bearded Death Vanilla and number 5. Never tried the number 5, but the vanilla is fire. What deodorants have you tried? Fable is having a buy one get one. I've never had Fable's natural deodorant. So I've tried Beard Octanes, which was okay. I had some issues with one of them in shipping last year when it was hot outside. It kind of melted and had to get another one. So it did its job. It was good. I tried Viking Beard Co, and I love the scent, but the actual product, it's just, I don't know. I don't like the consistency of it. It just leaves like, it kind of gets gooey, which I know it's kind of hard to really dial in when you're trying to make like an organic homemade from a company deodorant. So what I've been using, and I've used it for a couple of months now, I've actually bought it off Amazon, is a company called Zeus. Have you ever heard of Zeus? Let me see if I can. So it's Z-O, no, that's not it. What is it? Italian Cypress is the beard oil that I've been rocking from this company. You know what's sad is when you have so many beard companies that you try. Yeah, so it's Zeus. It's just, when I spelt Zeus, I spelt it the other Zeus, that there's another Zeus that they'd sell a lot of like oud stuff, like beard oils and fragrances. And I also like their stuff too and try their stuff. But this is Zeus on Amazon. Z-E-U-S, Zeus. And they've got a pretty good natural deodorant, but it's a spray. It's a pump spray. And I think it smells really good. The one that I had before was sandalwood, which was really, really good. But I wanted to try something different. And this time I ended up getting the verbena lime. So it's like a nice, fresh lime type of scent for the warmer times. They've got one that's Italian cypress. That's the oil that I have. But they've got some really good like natural deodorant spray that actually does good. It doesn't leave white stripes on my shirt, powder stuff, afterdew and all that stuff, residue. So that's one that I've been using personally lately. Not an affiliate, well I am, but I'd say just buy it on Amazon. Let's see here. Brewer has great coffee live streams on YouTube every Saturday. Yep, he does. Yes, he does. What are good ingredients for beard oils and aftershave? Well, it just depends what you like. Everybody's beard's different. Some people like, and the ingredients are going to be like carrier oils, and we say carrier blends because they're blends that come together, that work together. And then when you really get into beard, like ingredients, carrier blends, you have to have a certain ratio that you like that works good for your beard. Sometimes it's like 100%, 100 of this. You want to make like 100%, but you'll take maybe like, so much of this oil, like coconut oil, or so much of like all sweet almond oil, or something like, metal foam seed oil, castor oil. You'll mix all these oils up that you want to put in your beard oil, and then you have a beard oil. And so, but you want to make sure you get good carrier oils that work good. And everybody's different. Some people will like better castor, some people don't like castor. And it's just, you need to find what works for you. And then you want to dial down on which more percentage do you want of these oils. And if you want a scent, then you have to add in the fragrance oils and all that stuff. So there's a lot that goes into it. But if you're doing like a DIY at home, you can kind of just trial and error and try it yourself. So hopefully that helps. Aftershave, there's a good one from Noble Product that's called Soothe, I think. It's a good aftershave like tonic spray. Another one would be Grooming does a good job with their stuff as well, natural skincare. Freebird's got some good ones when it comes to skincare. There's a lot of skincare. I know that Leaf Shave does a lot of skincare oil, like oils and stuff that you can put on, moisturizers. Brickle is pretty good for skincare, but when it comes to aftershave, I stick to those ones in the beginning that I said that actually focus in on head shaving and face shaving. So again, you know, there's a lot of them that's curated in my Amazon store below. So hopefully that helps. I didn't know True North actually offers coffee and Lux. Didn't know that. Interesting. Sockeye, Dapper Yankee, and Acreage are making great natural deodorant. Okay. You know what? You're right. Dapper Yankee does have some natural deodorant that's pretty good. Theirs comes more into cylinders. There's not, they don't have the actual stick one, some do, but they've got like tons of scents. Blueberry, Arctic blueberry, tons of them. In fact, if you go to Amazon and type in Dapper Yankee, you'll probably find me on most every one of their videos doing like a review on there of their stuff. So, because I've done reviews on Amazon on Dapper Yankee. So, Dapper Yankee is good. Thank you guys so much for reminding me about that. I forgot that they do make deodorants, natural deodorants. So yeah, I just on here to help you guys out and have a great time. And hopefully this has helped you guys out in some degree. Hopefully you guys enjoy these live streams. Maybe I'll start doing them more often. I actually enjoy doing live streams and meeting a lot of you guys on here. So and you guys can keep talking. I'm just listening in and watching your comments, trying to do two things at the same time. My daughter, she has to have a photo printed off, and so I'm trying to upload I just edited the photo, and I'm trying to send it to, upload it to the photography Walgreens, I guess I should say, to go buy it. So I am listening. I'm not trying to blow you eyes off. How often do you do your lives? I would love to come back on a live stream. Okay. So here's the deal. I do a live stream show every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's an actual show. It goes for an hour, sometimes 2 hours, but we bring on companies to showcase them. But I'm thinking about doing like another live stream where it's like a community hangout, not hang up. A community hangout where we can just hang out like this. And if this is something that you guys enjoy, Brad, you know, Kevin, I know a lot of you guys that have been on the other ones. If this is something that you guys like, we can try to find a time during the week to do these where it's consistent, and then everybody can know, hey, I'm going to get on the live stream with Chad and BHT, and we're going to have a good time and learn new things and all that stuff. Hey, shout out True North Beard Co. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, bro. We're talking about possibly doing like a set time for a live stream like this. Now, I do a lot of live streams, do the show, Chris, on Tuesday nights, and I know it's kind of a hard thing because we're like lined up, you guys and me. It's so hard to find a good time because everybody's streaming and I don't want to step on people's toes. But I'm trying to think, I'm thinking about doing another live stream like this where it's a community hangout. It's not anything specific. We're not talking about necessarily head shavers or beard oils or anything like that. It's just going to be, we're going to hang out and take questions, talk about whatever, what's going on in everybody's life, what they're taking, what's beard companies doing good, what beard oils are being offered right now, what's True North Beard Co doing, because True North Beard Co is always mentioned in every stream, and you know how it is. So I think we're going to do that. And if you want to be a part of it, Chris, I would love for you to be here. But we can talk about all kinds of stuff, coffee, whatever you guys want to talk about. And but I think it's good because I think a lot of people don't necessarily have to have like a certain topic that we have to talk about. I think a lot of people just want community. They want to come together. They want to get to know people. And I think community is huge. I think that it's a great way to build when you get to talk to people and communicate on streams. Because when you leave comments on my videos, I can say, hey, what's up? You know, thanks, give you an answer, but it really doesn't really build a relationship, you know, in the community. And these streams, I feel like they really do build relationships, because when people continue to come back, they feel like, you know, this is somewhere that kind of takes my mind off of everything else. I get to kind of get dialed in here, learn some things from other beardsmen that have done it for a lot longer than you have. If you're coming in and you're new or something like that, or anything, you know, we just take advice from everybody. And I think that it's helpful, very helpful, because you can go online and search reviews and like maybe go to Reddit and ask a question. But if you're anything like me and you've done that in the past, a lot of those threads are from like 2, 3 years ago, and they're not really relevant now. And those people aren't going to really respond to you because, man, it's 2, 3 years ago. But right now, it's real time. It's right now. We're all here. This is something that we can help each other out and build. And you can become a part of the BHT, you know, channel. Like, this is something that I want to build a community and not just be one-sided, like, oh, it's all about me. I think it's community is huge. And I've noticed that in the bearded community, at least this bearded community on YouTube, awesome people, loving people, just positive people. And I think it's amazing. So I think it's really, really nice. Awesome. So yeah, for sure. Collaboration. Are you saying collaboration with who? Collaboration? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I love this, guys. I love being able to hang out and making tons of butter. Nice, man. But yeah, I think this is a good way to. Yeah, I didn't know, Chris, you sold coffee. I'm a big coffee avid drinker for sure. I mean, I got lots of coffee and lots in the fridge. So, but I think that this is a good format too. I mean, I like to read the comments and chat with you guys and have a great time. Hey, if Chris ever wants to do a collaboration with me, I'd be down for it. But I know they got a lot of stuff going on, and I think there's probably a lot on Chris's plate right now, especially with the new stuff coming out on 420. So, yeah, but I'd always be available for sure. So, but yeah, guys, I enjoyed these streams. I think they're pretty awesome. Again, I love meeting you guys. If you ever want to chat, ever, more than, like, if you have more questions, you can always email me. I know I say that all the time, but I don't say it enough. Email, email, email. In fact, there was a guy it's been coming on my stream. His name is JD, and I probably said that wrong, actually. And if I did, I'm so sorry, because, man, CJ, DJ, BJ, I think it was BJ, actually. BJ, yeah. So I got a guy named BJ that was coming on my on my channel a lot, does head shaving, and was interested in actually buying a, hey, BJ's right here. Yeah, I was just talking about you. I was saying that you came on a stream, you've been coming on some of my streams, and I kind of got to meet you through streaming, and you'd wanted to buy one of the foil shavers from me, and so I just kind of sold it to you like real cheap, and paid for the shipping and stuff to get it to you, which, by the way, I did priority, and he still hasn't had it because USPS has been really slow dropping the ball. And so sorry again. I've talked to him a few times, BJ. I'm sorry for that. Nothing I can really do about it, but I'm still sorry for it, because I wanted you to get it and be like, dang, dude, he shipped that fast. But you know how that works. But yeah, we've been emailing. I said, hey, here's my cell phone number. Just I'll give you my cell. You just text me. You know, if anytime you want to text, just text me. So you know, just down to earth. I don't, you know, if somebody wants to chat with me on the phone as far as a call or a text message, I'm not to the point or I don't think I'll probably ever be. I mean, maybe if there's thousands and thousands, you know, I might have to really limit that, but I don't like charge, like, you know, consultation fees or anything like that. You know, I'm just a brother trying to help another brother out type deal. So who do you have scheduled for upcoming Tuesday live stream? Well, that is a good question. That's a good question. I've got something in the works. You know, here I should be scheduled out weeks, and the channel is so new, and I got so much going on. I've made a determination. I'm going to have a show every week, and I need to start advertising now. Like, I've been trying to do my live, like my advertising promotions, like right then on Wednesday or Tuesday of the day for the next week. But this last week, I've just dropped the ball on that. So last week we had Raven. The week before we had Coon product, but Chris was not able to make it. The week before that, we had Flaming Beard. So, I mean, I'm willing anytime for, to do my live stream show with True North Beard Co. But we have to make a time for that and make sure that their times work, because I know Tara does a live stream like right before mine, and it kind of butts up against each other. But I'm up for that whenever. But I'm also talking to a guy that you probably know. He owns. I don't know if you guys know who this company is, and I'm sure you do. When I'm going to say the company, you're going to know exactly who it is. But have you guys ever heard of 5 Borough Beard Company? Hope I said that right. 5 Bureau. Anyways, I talked to him on the phone today. He actually called me live stream, not live stream, but FaceTime. We got to talk a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Did you catch that? So yeah, 5 bureaus will be coming on the show soon. Okay. I did priority on your Dixons and still not delivered. Yeah, dude, I know, man. Everything is just crazy, man, in the world we're living at today. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, BG. USPS is horrible. I get stuff faster from the coast, faster than from neighbor states. That's crazy. Yes, awesome. Yeah, so he's a really cool dude for sure, and I'm excited about bringing him on too. I think his name's Johnny. Johnny Sideratos or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, he's from that 5 Bureaus Beard Company or Beard Grooming Company. I can't remember if it's Beard Company or Beard Grooming. Don't know him very well just yet, but I will get to know him a little bit better. That's the cool thing about bringing him on the show, because I get to kind of really get to know him a little bit better. 5 Boroughs Grooming. That's what it is. So there you go. 5 Boroughs makes awesome beard products. Thing is, I'm usually working. Okay. What's the one hat he has that has Happy Gilmore theme? I'm not sure. Yep, there's lots of streams with overlaps. Yep. Yes, hey, I'm up for doing a live stream with True North. We just got to come up with the time that works, because we're both busy people doing shows, and we have to work something together out. I think you should be a special guest on the True North show Tuesday night. Hey, I would be down for it too, for sure. Anytime, guys. All about networking. All about networking with some cool people. Hey, Chris, I was talking about you last night. I was talking about how we had a conversation on the phone the other day. Yeah, and how you're such a mean person. How you were yelling at me on the phone. I'm just kidding. Super nice guy. Shooter McGavin. Okay. Interesting. Hey, let me say this. I was talking to Johnny, the owner of 5 Boroughs earlier, and he was telling me a story that. So by the way, guys, if you are interested in buying 5 Boroughs, I'm not an affiliate for him, but we were talking on the phone earlier, and he said that right now until Monday. So Monday it's not going to be available. You don't need a code, nothing. But if you go over there and buy beard products, he's offering free shipping right now on anything. It doesn't matter. So I thought that was a pretty cool deal. But he was telling me that there was a guy that actually went on there and tried to use an old code of his to save 10%. and it wouldn't. It would give him the 10%, but it would void out the free shipping. And so he got a hold of him and said, this code's not working. And so Johnny's like, well, it's not working because I'm offering free shipping. And you don't need to put a code in, it automatically applies. Well, then he turns around and says, well, if you want the 10%, you can have the 10%, but the shipping's, it's better deal. If you buy oil, you're probably saving $1 or something. You do the free shipping, you're saving like $6, right? This guy was upset with him and was like, man, you know what? If it's going to be like that, I probably don't want it anymore. And he's like, well, why don't you just wait till Monday and then you can use the code? Because if he was to change the code for the guy and give him free shipping, then if the guy doesn't use the code, then everybody would use the code and, that had the code, and then he'd be out of money. So I just thought, man, dude, that's crazy. This guy wanted free shipping and he wanted 10% off on top of that. And that's the thing, I think a lot of these beard companies, they bend over backwards to try to help people out. Obviously, they want to make sales because it's a business. If you run a business, you have to make sales. You have to make money. But you want to make it where it's helpful for the customer to want to buy stuff, because if you're offering a good discount like free shipping, sometimes it's $6, $7, that's a savings. Every bit helps. But I feel like a lot of people, I know you guys don't do this, but there's a lot of people out there that take advantage of beard companies, and just they'll always want to try to get something as cheap as they can from them, and then when they don't and they can't, they get mad at them. It's crazy. You guys ever, any beard, like Chris, do you ever run into that with people getting upset every now and then, just some random person that's not even necessarily in the bearded community that just happens to come on there that you don't know maybe? And because most people that know you aren't going to do that. They know better than that. But you might have some odd Joe guy that comes along and, I want free shipping and I want 10% off. If you don't give it to me, then I don't want your products anymore. Isn't that crazy? Promote True North anniversary promotion. So yeah, True North Beard Co is coming out with some new stuff on April 20th. So you can't forget 420. Obviously, 420 is National Pot Smoking Day. I'm not a pot smoker, but everybody knows just growing up 420 what that meant. So because you know what that day means, you'll remember now. True North Beard Co on 420 is going to be giving some really good products up for sale. So make sure you go check them out. 420 True North Beard Co. Hashtag True North Crew. How about that one? Was that a good promo? I didn't even have to edit that. I feel like everyone needs to give props to every small batch owners. I know that some brands like Valhalla soap and beards had to stop all codes because people would hold them hostage over to. And it's stupid. It is absolutely stupid. Dumb. Listen, I know money's tight for a lot of people. And if you can't afford it, you just can't afford it. You can't expect people to give you stuff all the time. Now, I say this, if people want me to do reviews for them, for the most part, at least right now in my life, money's very strapped for me right now. I'm jobless. This is what I'm doing full time and just really trying to grind at it. But anytime I have extra money, I have no problem supporting small batch companies. In fact, I've supported a few of them over the last couple months because it's not necessarily just because I want the product. It's because I want to support the company. And there are some companies that I'm telling you, as things start getting better for me, I'm going to really start pouring in and really supporting these companies. But for now, my time is money, and I've spent a lot of time doing the stuff I do, and it's a trade-off, and so I try to make some really good videos, and if I stand behind a product, think it's good, I'm going to give it really the best good video I can give that's going to help hopefully draw as much sales as I can to that company for just kind of supporting that company, if that makes sense. Only the guy from Nebraska gives Chris from New York Beard Co grief. That must be that guy named Brad, right? His name does his name rhyme with Chad? That's funny. See, that's the thing. We get to play around and joke around on this channel and have a good time. We don't have to be crazy and all that stuff. We just like to have a good time. I mean, life's too short to be too serious, right? Let me ask you guys a question. Have you guys ever had something online where you tried to log in and it says it's sending a code to your email and then you never get the email and you're like, dude, this is ridiculous. You got to keep going back and back, back. That's kind of how I am right now. I'm almost about ready just to make another stupid account. Oh my gosh, you didn't know you were going to get all this today on this channel, did you? No, probably not. But it's all good, man. It's all transparency, all realness here. It kind of makes people feel more relaxed because you don't have to be all up and, you know, dignified, if you will. So the code system everyone uses has been doing updates. The only reason I know this because my bank told me that. Well, I hope that they do get something figured out because, man, this is crazy. You pay extra money for it's almost like somebody pays like UPS for a next day air. I used to work at a company that sold like tools for like my gosh, CNC machines. Okay, companies so like small machine shops, and I would sell like end mills and drills and tool holders and all that stuff. And a lot of times people would like need something overnight because they were like sitting ducks. They were needing that to get their machines to run, and they were losing money, and so they would pay like this outrageous amount, like 60, 70, 80 bucks sometimes. And sometimes it was even way like 2 or 3 times more than what the product actually was to get it here next day. And then you find out that it didn't make it. And then you got to have a conversation with the customer. Then you have to have a conversation with UPS. And most of the time, we try to get it worked out, but here's what they do. They put in there like, it could, and, acts of God, or something like that, that could, be out of their hands and all that stuff. But there's no reason why, if you pay that kind of money, that you have something shipped that they shouldn't be having it there if they're going to promise that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Mike? Good to see you, buddy. I've been talking about you. I've been talking about some coffee over here. All right, Kevin, have a good one, bro. Appreciate you, man. Chad, I told Evan from Noble Product Beard Company to contact you about doing a review. Nice. You told me that too before, but I still haven't heard anything from Evan. Brad, send me an email, and I'll give you my number. In fact, I mean, I don't even mind. I'll give you guys my number now if you want to come. I don't care. If there's some people spamming my phone, I'll just block them. But since you guys are cool people, and most of you guys, I know you, I'm just going to give you my cell phone number. And if you want to text me, tell me who you are, and we can talk whenever. I'll text you when I have time. 316-794-6516. So I know Mike, we talked the other day. And by the way, thanks, Mike, for being a member, man. Appreciate you. Dude, you got like all those cool icons beside your name. Some really cool looking bearded guy. Appreciate you, man. Really cool, awesome beard you have. I hope that Beardscape version 2, hopefully you've been able to try it out. At least, I don't want you shaving or cutting your beard off, but hopefully you tried it out. They have a new snap system that's on sale right now, by the way, that is super awesome with guards. So if you're ever wanting to do some trimming up or something, fading or anything like that, I know you probably have hair. You should check that out. It's on sale. I don't have a code or anything like that. I'm not trying to make money off of it, but it's something that's really cool that goes with that trimmer. So you ever thought about doing a couple Viking braids? I need to grow mine out a little bit longer. It's funny you say that because my wife and my daughter one time about a year ago did a braid in my beard, and it was not even close to what it is now. In fact, my beard is getting longer, but it's not to the epic, amazing beard that Mike has. Coffee with Brewer. I'm telling you, that dude's got an amazing looking beard. Amazing. Please repeat, but slower. On which one, buddy? I will say this, Josh. I've been pretty fortunate with Amazon lately. Um, I ordered something. When was it? Thursday? Was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday night, and I already got them today. And for some reason, I was thinking I was going to get them tomorrow, but I actually got it today, and I was like, dude, nice. And there's just some the little pets, droppers, and things like that that I thought was pretty cool. So Brewer, Mike, I'm gonna be shooting you an email probably soon, man. I got something that I want to talk to you about. Um, get your thoughts on. Pay for Prime for 2 days and get a 3 to 4. That's true. That's true. It's well, it's kind of like, they say you can pay for Prime Video, and then they start throwing on those ads. Well, you got to pay like $2 or $3 more to keep the ads from coming. They just keep on giving a little bit more and a little bit more. Sorry, my phone number, I'll go slow. 316-794-6516. Okay. So if you text me, you have to become a member. I'm just kidding, guys. Oh, that's funny. So you better not be texting me, because I know. No, I don't care, guys. Like I said, a lot of people have my number. I'm a minister of young adults here in Wichita, Kansas area, and I have business cards that have my number on it. I get calls all the time, text messages from young people in the hospital sometimes, wrecks, just their life is in a mess, all these things. So it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, it's just down to earth type guy. That's kind of what it is, and that's who I am, and it's what you get. So hopefully, guys, you enjoy this live stream that I'm doing. So I guess what I would like to say is this: I'm not a youth minister. I used to be a youth pastor a long time ago. I've always been a worship leader. I'm a CCM artist. That's the CB logo you've probably seen at one point right there, the big CB right there. I have music on Apple Music. I've got music on Spotify, obviously YouTube. In fact, Ricky at Flaming Beard, when he seen I was at a men's retreat, he's like, "Oh man, I didn't know you did music and you're at a men's retreat. Do you have music?" And I told him and showed him, and he went to my YouTube videos and he went to my other channel that we do ministry on and liked it. And apparently he's another Christian too, so it was really cool. But he liked my videos of my music and stuff. But I'm a young adult. It's like this is 18 to 29 that are not married. So that's kind of like those years of, that you lead the youth group or youth ministry, and you're not really like the older people yet in the church. So at least for me, when I was in my 20s, I ran, did all kinds of crazy stuff because it was hard to get plugged in. And so we kind of build bridges for that. And that's our ministry. It's called Bridges. So we meet every other Thursday night, and we do an event once a month. And last night we got to talk about how I did pickleball. I was playing pickleball with my wife and some kids, young adults, and it was a great time. We had a great time there. So too bad I didn't know you last year. I was in Wichita, Kansas last March for a beard competition. Hey, dude, if you ever come back, hit me up. We can go have some coffee. We can go wherever. I couldn't even tell you the best coffee places here. I'd take you somewhere and it would be like a slap in your face compared to the coffee stuff that you drink that you've been privy to try out. So how do you ever get a beard? I've never done any beard competitions, and I don't know if I would actually win. You know what I mean? There's so many good bearded guys out there. I do know Dynamite. Yes, I didn't know he's from Kansas City. He does a lot of streams. I've jumped on a few of his streams. I know he's a big True North Beard Co fan, and really, he seems like a really nice dude. I've seen him on the Bearded Respect a couple of times. I try to catch the Bearded Respect as much as I can. And it's kind of hard because Mike and the Bearded Respect, man, they're like their show is growing. It goes like 100 miles an hour. You type something in, you're trying to follow the comments, and it's super hard to follow sometimes. But I really enjoy going over there seeing Mike and who he brings on. It was nice seeing Jacob the other night. Really nice guy. In fact, it's kind of funny because a lot of people I bring on the show, like literally just get off the Bearded Respect show. So it's like they go through the Bearded Respect show and I kind of get to know them through that and kind of through some emails and watching how they are. And then they get to come to my show. And it kind of helps because I can kind of see who they are, hear their question, to get the questions that are answered and hearing his responses kind of gets an idea, or her responses kind of gives me an idea and preparation to kind of, build my show around it, right? With me in Wichita, I also got to meet Brad in South Carolina. Nice, dude. So, Mike, do you get to do you travel like all over the Midwest country doing beard competitions? It sounds like you do. If I had a beard like you, I'd probably do the same thing. Amazing beard, man. How long have you been growing your beard, by the way? I'm just curious. I travel all over the world. You're a world traveler. It's nice that your wife is good with that and let you. You probably don't have young kids though, do you? Not the world. That was Otto. That's funny. So you mean to tell me you don't go to Germany or I guess if you probably went over there to Ireland, there'd be all kinds of like ginger beards. They'd be a lot shorter than you probably, for sure. Yeah, my kids are adults. Okay. See, I would probably do the same thing, like if I had a beard like you, but it's hard for me to do that because I got a 10-year-old son, I got a 13-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old daughter, and my wife obviously, and we're so involved in our church. Like I've got 3 channels that I do. My son does a channel he has me help on. My daughters do their channels. My wife has her own channel. We all do YouTube, like, and it's all different stuff. My wife does a ministry channel. My other channel with my father-in-law is a growing ministry channel. I help Hummingbird out with their channel. I do my channel. My son has a reaction video channel. He does all kinds of crazy stuff on there, but a lot of like football, like shorts and stuff, like who has the best greedy and all that type of stuff. If you are ever into that stuff, that's what he does. I have had a beard for a long time, but having it long for the past 6 years. Nice. That's crazy. So, Mike, what do you do for a living? Like, I mean, do you have like a day job or like, what's your story? I'm just curious. And I'm sure you probably talked about it on your show at some point before, but I just realized when you won you won that drawing for that beardscape, I just it just clicked, dude. You're on the Beard of Respect. Yeah. There's a lot of shows that unfortunately I don't catch because I'm just so busy throughout the week. But but I do every now and then. I try as much as I can to catch the Beard of Respect for sure because I think, and also when I can on Saturday mornings, try to catch your live stream on your show in the mornings. Coffee with Brewer. I'm a nurse. Are you serious? Really? Nice. Nurse practitioner. Nice, man. Wow, I didn't expect that. That is really cool, man. Really cool. That's cool. So, if you're joining in here and you're new, we are just talking about random stuff here. This is a community chat. Let me know, guys, what would be a good time for the most, like a general consensus? What do you guys think would be a good time during the week to do these live stream community hangouts? Just let me know. I'm just curious because if we can get like a general consensus of a time, I can make my time work. BJ says, I ended up grabbing Charisma and Rebellion oil and butter plus the leave-in conditioner, and it's amazing. Yes, it is fantastic. Leave-in conditioner, silk, smells just like the Charisma, which is a BR 540 scent. Man, Mike, I need to try some really good coffee, like really good coffee. I have a coffee pot. I do mainly Keurig cups. It's easier for me, but I have a coffee pot. I do not have like a actual like barista type of setup at all. I'd be interested in that, someday. But what do you recommend? I mean, like, what would be a really, really good coffee that would be from something I would love? I like black coffee. I drink it every single day. Sometimes I drink it 2 or 3, 4 times a day. But um, so I like medium roast. I like medium roast. And I like dark roast too, but I tend to lean more toward medium roast for some reason. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm listening and reading the comments. I'm just trying to do this at the same time to save me some time here. So don't ever think that. What is this channel? What is he doing on this live stream? Everybody's just sitting here, not saying nothing. This live stream is all together here to help you guys out and to just chat and talk about whatever. So, let's see here. I'm trying to get something taken care of real quick at the same time. So don't mind me. You ever thought about making a Facebook? Man, I did. I haven't. I used to have Facebook one time. I still have a music page there, but I don't do very much Facebook, and I should. I mean, Facebook is such a big place, but I don't have Facebook. I don't have Instagram. I used to have like 5,000 subscribers or followers on Instagram when it was just my name, Chad Boney, and X too when it was Twitter, but I just do YouTube and count on all my friends to be able to share with me, um, share my stuff on their stuff or their groups because it's just something that I've never, don't want to really get into, honestly. I used to be on Facebook and some of the stuff I seen just kind of really bothered me at the time in life, and I just stayed off of it ever since. Let's see. But if there's anybody that ever would want to start a YouTube or a Facebook page group in honor of BHT, I'd be up for partnering with them and letting them kind of run it, if that makes sense. Avoid Thursdays if you could. Get Chris and Tara so your shows wouldn't overlap. Like the Three Amigos, Beer Respect do on Thursdays. Okay. There are a ton of beard and soap dudes in the Facebook groups. I'm happy. Hey, thanks, BJ. Appreciate that, man. And you got my phone number. We can chat, talk more about it. Same thing with Instagram or even I've had companies wanting me to do like shops on TikTok, but I don't get on TikTok. I said, well, if I ever had somebody to run it for me, maybe, but I don't. So I don't do TikTok either. I think that honestly, there's a lot of trash on TikTok, and it's a good platform to like if you want to make sales and like get followers and stuff, which would be awesome. I would love to do that, but it's also a dangerous place. There you go. There you go. But yeah, that's why I mean, some of the ones that were on last night on my channel last night, you guys kind of, I told you a little insight about my, you know, me and why some of the things that I don't do, why I don't. So that's why, I mean, I've got my personal convictions and reasons why I don't do certain things. And it's not that I deal with things now, but there were some things that, you know, I dealt with in the past. And so, I mean, if you're ever curious and wondering, I mean, you can always text me, you can always email me. I mean, I have no problem sharing my testimony and my past, but stuff that I've been delivered from and stuff. But either way, still, I choose not to get on there. But my wife's on, you know, she got off of Facebook too, because we both got tired of it. But she got back on there because we started that ministry Bridges, and that's how we communicate a lot with the young adults. So I don't ever get on there. She does it all. I just do the YouTube, and that's all I do. So, yeah. By the way, guys, I'm actually marrying my brother and his fiance tonight. So that's going to be an exciting and thing that I'm going to be glad when it's over. I shouldn't say that, but you know, I've just got so much stuff going on sometimes, and so when you start adding stuff and adding stuff and adding stuff, my kids so here's the deal. My kids have a deal, right? We've never been to it. Every year our church goes to a thing. It's called Nationals, where all the churches come together. They have like a convention, and young people, like all the way from like, I don't think it's first grade maybe all the way to senior, they get to compete in different things. And so my son is going to be competing, picking the guitar. He's going to be picking a guitar, a song, working on the one. My 13-year-old daughter's doing an interview that she's got to have it all typed out. And then my oldest daughter's doing a photo for photography, and she's got the beautiful picture that she did. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to print it off for the Walgreens down the street, so I can actually have the photo we can show tomorrow, kind of what she's doing, and have an idea. And then on top of that, my wife right now is at a women's conference today, and then right after that, I'm picking her up. We're going straight to the wedding to do the wedding, and then so it's busy. I'm always trying to multitask at the same time with what I'm doing. For the most part, it's stuff I have to do. I have to run, take care to get dry. Hey, thanks, Luis, for stopping by, brother. Appreciate you. Wednesday nights work, but Dan C has a live stream, has a huge following. Didn't Ken used to do Sunday nights. Listen, Sunday nights would be easier for me, like later on the nights. Wednesday nights will not work for me because I actually have a church service that I go to and do music at from 7 to 8. And that would have been perfect time for me to actually probably do the show originally after talking to Chris and Tara, but I can't do that time because I'm obviously at church. The creepy archives, I'll give you $50 if you go to your fridge and eat some full master. Okay. I'm not that broke. So, but thanks for asking. It's good to have you today, by the way. Creepy archives, huh? All right. Well, guys, listen, I'm going to get off here. We've been on here for a while now. I've got to get some things done. I need to finish up some laundry and get some stuff prepared for tonight. But let me know. Send me a text message, guys. The ones that caught my number earlier or got it from you. Send me a text and just let me know your name. I'll save it. And then let me know what date works best for you guys when it comes to like a weekly community chat like this. Okay, we'll keep the show like we do normally. If you guys ever have any questions, you can always shoot me a text message or whatever you want to do. But yeah, whatever the general consensus is, what works. If it works for my schedule, it's not on Wednesday night or something, or a Thursday night, because I do my deals every other Thursday night. I'll be good. We can come up with something, okay? Because these things, I like these things. I think they're really, really good for everybody, okay? So with that being said, guys, thank you much for stopping by and hanging with me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care, guys.